Sunday, April 12, 1981. Kennedy Space Center, Florida. The Space Shuttle. 14 stories high, 2,000 tons, poised on the pad for its maiden flight. This is Columbia, the spaceship that will orbit the Earth. Its external tank. It holds over 500,000 gallons of fuel for Columbia's 3 main engines. And the solid rocket boosters, the largest ever used on any launch vehicle and the first to be employed in a U.S. manned flight. At liftoff, the solid rocket boosters, together with the 3 main engines, will unleash more than 6.5 million pounds of thrust needed to launch the world's first reusable spacecraft. Never before has a winged vehicle been launched like a rocket, orbited the Earth, returned through frictional heating in excess of 2,500 degrees, and landed, still aerodynamically sound, to be launched again and again. If it succeeds, the space shuttle will truly be a remarkable flying machine. There are many other goals to be reached during the 54.5-hour mission that lies ahead. 144 test objectives are planned for the flight. These objectives could not be achieved without an astronaut crew. The commander, John Young. The pilot, Robert Crippen. Young has already been in space 4 times for a total of 533 hours. He is the most experienced astronaut flying today. Although Crippen has over 4,000 hours of jet aircraft flying time, this will be his first time in space. The astronauts make their way across the access arm toward the shuttle in the pre-dawn hours before launch. An American spaceship has never carried a human crew on its maiden voyage. At the Launch Control Center, 3 miles from the pad, final steps are being completed in the countdown. Final preparations are also being made in the Mission Control Center in Houston, where control of the flight will switch once the shuttle clears the tower. There has not been a manned launch from Kennedy Space Center since the Apollo-Soyuz test project in July of 1975. With this launch, Young and Crippen, launch controllers at the Cape, and flight controllers in Houston will experience the most dynamic, fast-paced series of launch events ever undertaken in the space program, all in less than 9 minutes. The most challenging ascent profile ever to be flown by a space vehicle. Photographers, film and television crews, plus newspaper and magazine writers from around the world. Nearly 2,700 of them are here to cover the launch. In addition, approximately 600,000 spectators line the coastal area near the Kennedy Space Center. Arriving by every mode of transportation, they have come from every state in the Union and many foreign countries. The promise of a rebirth in America's manned space program and the dawn of a new era in space transportation awaits.
14, 13, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start.
Go and throttle up.
program. Go.
Roger, roll.
The roll will put the shuttle on its precise heading toward an imaginary target in space.
Roll program complete.
Roger, roll complete.
Status, Fido.
Go.
Booster.
Go.
GNC.
Go.
Eagle.
Go.
Go at 40, Capcom.
Columbia, Houston, you're go at 40.
The shuttle is now 40 seconds into flight.
Roger, Columbia, on the nice ride. You're lofting a little bit. You'll probably be slightly high at staging.
Negative seats.
Columbia, you're negative seats.
Should anything go wrong, the shuttle is now too high for the astronauts to use their ejection seats.
Columbia, you're go for SRB step.
We see SRB step, flight. Roger, on a step.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Yeah. Capcom, let's tell them all the calls are going to be a tad early because of the hot first stage.
Columbia, you're looking a little hot. All your calls will be a little early.
Okay. And map looks good here.
Stand by, press to Miko.
Columbia, stand by. Press to Miko.
Mark it.
Mark. Press for Miko.
Roger, press for Miko.
The shuttle can now continue toward Miko. Main engine cutoff.
They like the VAP, Eagle. Ecom.
Let's go, flight.
Capcom, VAPs go. Stand by, negative return.
Columbia, stand by for negative return.
Mark it.
Mark. Negative return. And your evap is good.
Outstanding. Sure is. We can confirm it. What a view.
And single engine rota flight.
And Columbia, your single engine rota.
Columbia can land safely at the Naval Air Station in Rota, Spain, even if 2 of the 3 main engines should fail. Right now, the engines are generating over 42 million horsepower.
Miko 25, 6,
Miko.
0, up at 220.
Roger, Miko.
And we got Miko confirmed.
Miko
Roger,
confirmed,
Columbia,
and it's
Miko.
right on the money, nominal.
Main engine cutoff. Columbia is now in space, traveling over 18,000 miles per hour.
Okay, we got set.
Roger, we confirm the step, Columbia.
The external tank has just been jettisoned and is now falling away from the shuttle back toward Earth. The tank will break up as planned over the Indian Ocean when it comes into contact with the atmosphere. Shortly, by firing the OMS, Orbital Maneuvering System engines, Columbia will achieve orbit. Then one of the most important tests of the mission will be attempted, opening the payload bay doors. The doors must be opened before the end of the 6th orbit to expose the space radiator cooling system. If the radiators cannot be exposed, heat collected from the onboard electronics cannot be released, and the astronauts will have to return home. The OMS burns are successful. Columbia is now in orbit, circling the Earth at an altitude of approximately 150 miles. The payload bay doors will now be opened.
Okay, the port door's coming open now.
Roger, copy.
Well, you're missing one fantastic sight. Boy, that is really beautiful out there.
We appreciate those updates.
Both doors have been opened. The radiators can be deployed to begin dissipating the heat.
The doors are all opened up and hunky-dory. Glad to deploy it right on time.
And the radiators look good.
Okay, we want to show you our own pods here. We do have a few tile missing off of both of them, off of the starboard pod, 3 tile and some smaller pieces, and off the port pod, looks like I see 1 full square and looks like a few little triangular shapes that are missing, and we're trying to put that on TV right now.
Roger, Crip, we can see that good.
From what we can see of both wings, tops and leading edges, though, all those are fully intact.
Within minutes, an assessment is completed on the impact these missing tiles could have on the remainder of the mission.
Figure how critical.
At a news conference later in the day, Flight Director Neil Hutchison answers questions from reporters.
But you asked me if I knew where there were any other tiles that might be loose. The answer is no. And quite frankly, we're not worried about any other tiles being loose.
At this writing, is there anything at all that would lead you to say you might not go for a full duration mission?
Nothing.
Columbia, Houston, you guys did so good, we're going to let you stay up there for a couple of days. Your gopher on orbit.
Spacecraft wants to go for on orbit. This thing is just performing just outstanding.
Roger, we agree with that. And Columbia, Houston, just for your information, you dropped those SRBs right on target, and they were floating just the way they ought to be, and the boats were getting ready to fish them and bring them back.
Okay. The ride that they gave us was pretty neat.
The solid rocket boosters, which separated from the Columbia as planned 2 minutes 11 seconds into the flight, landed on target in the Atlantic Ocean, 151 miles downrange from the launch site. After being towed back to Kennedy Space Center, both boosters will be refurbished and used again in a future shuttle flight. The 3rd and 4th OMS burns are also successful, raising Columbia's orbit to an altitude of approximately 172 miles. For the first television transmission from inside the spacecraft, the crew will give a status report on the mission.
The flight so far has gone as smooth as it could possibly go. We've done every test that we're supposed to do, and we're up on the timeline, and the vehicle has just been performing beautifully, much better than anyone ever expected to do on a first flight, and no systems are out of shape. And it's delightful up here in zero gravity, might add. Of course, we owe this to a lot of people, and we certainly want to thank everyone who has helped get this thing airborne, and can take great pride in it's doing so well right now. Okay, we're switching over to the aft camera here. I'd like to echo John's words as I usually do. I guess being the so-called rookie on this flight, I had a thrill from the moment of liftoff all the way up to what we're doing now. It's really been super. The spacecraft has worked as advertised all the way along. I think we've got something that's really going to mean something to the country and the world. This vehicle is performing like a champ, like all of us that have worked so long on it knew that you would.
Okay, sir, we appreciate those comments.
I guess that does it.
That was a good time, and I think you must have practiced. We're just about to lose your ghost song.
Just accident.
Just accident, says Robert Crippen. None of the other events of the day have been accidental. Every test, liftoff, SRB separation and recovery, ET separation and impact, 4 OMS burns, payload bay door latch opening and closing tests, radiator latch deploy and stowing tests have all been successful.
I guess we owe you guys one super attaboy for today. This is fantastic. You worked through a pretty long, hard day, and you're essentially right on schedule, which is going to be close to being a first sort of spaceflight biz, I think, for first day activities. It's sure been fun working with you today, and we look forward to seeing you in the morning. I hope you get a good night's rest.
Okay, you guys did super work today. See you mañana.
Roger, thank you. See you tomorrow, guys.
Well, many, many hours went this thing. A job well done by the shuttle space team. We can't say that she's sleek and lean, but I'll tell you right now, she's a mean machine. The Columbia, not the kind you smoke. This here's a bird.
Morning, Columbia. Welcome to day 2.
All right. Appreciate that super wake-up music this morning. Well, we sure enjoyed it. Missing a good breakfast.
Today, the astronauts will test onboard systems and also review procedures for tomorrow's landing. A test of the flight control system is conducted by John Young. The flight control system operates Columbia's aero surfaces, the elevons, body flaps, rudder, and speed brake. These surfaces are useless in the vacuum of space, but will be essential tomorrow when the shuttle lands. This will require precision maneuverability, which the aero surfaces provide. Payload bay door cycling tests help ensure that latching and closing procedures can also be done before entry tomorrow. As with every mission, many pictures of the Earth are taken by the astronauts. Over 500 on this first shuttle flight. Active volcanoes, cloud formations, alluvial fans, giant whirlpools over 15 miles in diameter, sand dunes 1,500 feet high, running unbroken for hundreds of miles. The high Himalayas, where mountain peaks reach 24,000 feet. And one of the most remarkable space photographs ever taken of the Earth, an area in Iran exposed to wind erosion, which has resulted in these breathtaking silt and sandstone formations that look more like a painting than a desert. After lunch on the second day, the astronauts receive a phone call from the Vice President of the United States, George Bush.
How's it going up there? Everything rocking along all right?
Spaceship is just performing beautifully.
Well, it's great, and everybody views it, I'm sure, just as the forerunner of great things to come. I think your trip is just going to ignite the excitement and the forward thinking from this country, so I really just wanted to call up and wish you the very best.
We certainly appreciate it, Mr. Vice President.
The crew also don and check out the ejection suits they will wear during entry. Young, Crippen, and Columbia pass every test. They are ready for the final phase of the mission, entry and landing. April 14th, 1981. NASA's Dryden Flight Research Center on the edge of Rogers Dry Lake Bed in California. A recovery convoy of 24 vehicles and more than 100 personnel are assembling here to power down Columbia after landing. Enormous crowds are also beginning to arrive. A string of traffic 6 miles long waits to enter the base. Thousands more are already here. Close to 1/2 million people will eventually be on hand to see the landing. On board, the astronauts suit up for entry. The ascent and orbital phases of the mission have gone extremely well. Now the final phase must be completed. Before that begins,
Columbia, you have a go for payload bay door closing.
the doors, which have been open a total of 47 hours during the flight, must now be closed. Then, using the RCS thrusters, Columbia will maneuver into deorbit burn attitude, head down and backwards, fire the OMS engines one last time, and descend into the Earth's atmosphere.
Nice and easy does it, John. We're all riding with you.
Columbia is out of contact during the OMS burn. Mission Control will not know if this burn was successful until they are in communication with the spacecraft over Australia. It is now over the Indian Ocean on the other side of the world. But from that distance, the burn must be precise, so that later, Columbia will hit the lake bed target in California.
Columbia, this is Houston through Yargady. We're standing by.
Burn was on time at nominal residual 110.
Columbia is now committed to entry. With an RCS post-burn maneuver and several firings, it is oriented to a heads-up, nose-first attitude headed toward entry interface. This is where the atmosphere begins, at approximately 400,000 feet.
John, we copied,
From that moment until the shuttle reaches 165,000 feet, it will be in communication blackout, out of touch with mission control for almost 20 minutes. The landing site is almost 4,400 miles from entry interface. Chase planes are preparing to take off. One will call out altitudes and check Columbia for any damage just prior to landing. When the shuttle touches down here, it will be traveling at 216 miles per hour. Right now it's going more than 17,000 miles per hour. Before it lands, it must slow down, lose energy, and it must survive the intense heat caused by traveling through the atmosphere at such a high rate of speed. Several S-turns or roll reversals are used to slow down and maneuver Columbia through the atmosphere. This one is done at 256,000 feet when it is traveling at more than 26 times the speed of sound. This one is done at 208,000 feet. During these two roll reversals, entry heating is most severe, with temperatures reaching 2,500 degrees some places on the vehicle. The aluminum skin will melt at 320 degrees. The silicate tiles must insulate the vehicle from the tremendous heat. Since there is no test facility on Earth to simulate the aerodynamic and structural environment Columbia is in right now, only calculations could be used to predict what would happen during this phase of the flight. The predictions and calculations had to be right.
Hello there, Houston. Columbia's here.
Hello, Columbia. Houston's here. How do you read?
Land clear, and we're doing Mach 10.3 at 180 AS.
And we couldn't agree more, John. Your state vector's good. We've got good data in-house.
Okay.
The entry trajectory, velocity, and position look good. Columbia is heading for home, now only 470 miles away.
Nothing more left RCS, but okay.
Right, we're showing a roll. And John, we're showing you rolling right. Looking good.
Right, I'm on roll.
We're showing him crossing the coastline flat.
Columbia, we show you crossing the coast now.
Right, yeah. We can come.
The shuttle is first sighted at about 100,000 feet with a long-range camera from Anderson Peak, California.
What a way to come to California.
In flight paddle, I still look perfect right on the nominal.
Roger that. Out of 112K, 4.8 Mach.
Push me up this in a row.
We see Del Az 21 degrees.
A roll reversal is done over Bakersfield, California.
Oh, that's beautiful. Trace has a tally. Roger, checking.
And we're seeing 1.3 Gs coming around the hack.
Roger that.
The astronauts are making the final turn to line up with the runway.
Columbia, you're really looking good. Right on the money. Right on the money. And turning on the final, your winds on the surface are calm.
I got a win.
You're right on the glide slope, Columbia.
Clear, John. Looks real good underneath. Everything looks real good.
Chase reports no tile or other damage is evident underneath the shuttle. Columbia's altitude is now just over 5,000 feet.
Pretty clear.
Without power, Columbia must land. It cannot make another attempt.
You're coming. You're down. Feet. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Those gears, 10. 5, 4, 3, touchdown. Look at off, skipper. Columbia's on the roll.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
You'll have to take it up in the hangar, Joe.
We're gonna dust it off first.
We're gonna dust it off first.
This is the world's greatest all-electric flying machine, I'll tell you that. It was super.
Okay, convoy's on its way.
Convoy on. We'll stop on the Columbia. We'll stop.
The maiden voyage of Columbia has been a success. The astronauts and the vehicle have met or exceeded all 144 flight test objectives. The integrity of all the systems, propulsion, avionics, structural, flight control, power, and thermal, have been affirmed. John Young's comments after returning home.
I can't tell you what a tribute that is to the American working man and the American working woman, too. You can't imagine the variety of people who worked on this vehicle, from all walks of life, all capabilities and limitations. It's all due to their individual efforts. They proved that they can do the job. They proved it for the world to see. And I'm mighty proud to be associated with folks like that.
What a tribute indeed. The Columbia represents an achievement in aerospace technology and development never before realized in the history of manned spaceflight. It is our basic building block for the future.
It's what we've been trying to do for the last 10 years. We've got a vehicle with a payload performance that will allow us to do that, much cheaper than we've been able to do it before. It will immeasurably improve the defensive capability of the country. It will help develop space science and technology. When we get operational, the space shuttle will be able to do in 5 to 10 years what it would have taken us 20 to 30 years to do otherwise. We couldn't do it if we didn't have the space shuttle and that payload capability. And the sooner we do those things, the better off the country's going to be.
A revolutionary new era in space transportation has just begun. Routine access to space. Welcome to the future.
God, I love that thing. Dude, they cooked this up on the first try. The first try. I'm telling you, man. The aerospace industry is good right now, but the aerospace industry in the 70s was nuts. Absolutely nuts. This thing, they cooked this thing up on the first try, and it worked fine. Like, I mean, close to fine, but what a freaking monster. Where did this thing come from? Like, to go from the Apollo CSM to that, like, that's pretty damn impressive. That is, you guys got to remember, that's the first attempt at a reusable vehicle. It's pretty damn good for a first attempt. It seems ancient now. For real, though. Oh. Oh, man. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, all systems. That's what I'm wondering. You have no CFD. There's no CFD here. No computer-aided design. Dude, this thing was drawn up on with frigging blueprints. All the parts were hand machined. Hand machined. How the frick did you make this? How? How? Like, it still blows my mind. This thing is a product of the 70s. What the frick? How is that possible? No CFD, no simulation, no nothing. This was all just straight math. Unbelievable. Was it faster during re-entry than the Starship? Yeah, I would say yes, Chief, because right now Starship hasn't gotten to orbit yet. So this thing coming back from orbit is going to mean it's going to have a higher entry interface. The shuttle's re-entry regime, though, is very similar to Starship. Or Starships is similar to the shuttles. They fly very similar, believe it or not. Yeah, fueled by cigarettes and coffee, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Freaking built different, dude. I mean, Starship is our version of that. That freaking lots of coffee probably made that thing. Probably smokes, too, if I had to guess. Maybe a little bit of Adderall, you know? Like, who knows? So good, dude. Smoke. A lot of balcony breaks. I mean, dude, did you guys see the dudes in Mission Control are puffing it? Right in Mission Control. One of these dudes is just... you know? A lot of Adderall. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, man. What a freaking monster. What a dude, where did this thing come from? You gotta be kidding me. Like, I look at Starship with the same reverence, you know? And when people fly back on that thing and land, you know, that's what I'll be like, damn, dude, where did this thing come from? Sorry, I got some mash on the keyboard, my bad. Would you like an ashtray? No, I don't smoke. It's a disgusting habit. I don't remember Starship reaching Mach 26. Yeah, exactly, right? Right? What a freaking beast, dude. How did they cook this freaking thing up? Like, and just hold up. Round umbilical carrier plate. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Rockwell, baby. Man, were they cooking. Go. Roger, roll.
The roll will put the shuttle on its precise heading toward an imaginary target in space. What a monster.
Roll program complete. Roger, roll.
Roger, roll complete.
Still gets me fired up. It still does. It still does. Still getting a little, getting a little chills, getting a little nerd chills there. More's for dinner. Hamburger. And chicken. And potat.
Make it a status, Vital. Go, booster, go. GNC, go. Eagle, go. Go at 40, Capcom.
Columbia, Houston, you're go at 40.
The shuttle is now 40 seconds into flight.
Oh, no, not loop.
Roger, Columbia, on the nice ride. You're lofting a little bit.
Probably be slightly high staging. Negative seats.
Negative seats.
Columbia, you're negative
Jay Green.
Should anything go wrong, The shuttle is now too high for the astronauts to use their ejection seats.
Bro.
Columbia, you're go for SRB step.
We see SRB step flight.
Too good.
Roger,
Too good.
step.
It's too good.
103 converge flight.
Good. Capcom, let's tell them all the calls are going to be a tad early because of the hot first stage. Columbia, you're looking a little hot. All your calls will be a little early.
Okay.
Okay. And that looks good here.
Stand by, press to Miko.
Columbia, stand by. Press to Miko.
Mark it.
Mark, press for Miko.
Roger, press for Miko.
So cool, dude.
The shuttle can now continue to...
So freaking cool. I love that thing. I still do. After all these years, man, I still love it. That thing is so freaking cool. Look who's testing in the ARCA series at Daytona today. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Brother. Nice. Cleater. That's awesome, dude. Excitement so thick. You could cut it with the knife. Dink. Listening to Countdown I still get a little bit of a rush. Still get fired up from that, man. Fire me up. Perhaps you would change your mind after visiting Starbase. No, dude, people, don't get me wrong. I know Starbase is going to blow my mind, dude. I know it's going to be awesome. Yeah, I know. But the shuttle still will always hold a place in my heart for just being the absolute craziest piece of equipment ever devised. Starship is up there, though. I think I still like the shuttle more. The shuttle flew people into space. Now, I understand that the moment that Starship moves people into space, you know, that moment is rapidly approaching, which is fine. I'm okay with it. But, man, what a monster. What a monster. Look at that. What a machine, dude. It still looks modern. Even by today's standards, like, that still looks like a spaceship. It still looks good. Dara, what's up, man? Oh. Now that's a spaceship. That is a spaceship, man. Now that's a damn spaceship. Now that's how you spaceship. Take a dysfunctional melon farmer to make something like that. We're here for the review. Okay. I should probably get the YouTube video up. Huh. All right. Give me 1 second. We'll title card it, and we'll start up the video. I know. It's a monster. I love that thing. I love the shuttle. It's so good.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Be right back 1 second, and then we'll get the startup music. I don't really know why I muted my mic for this. I'm just changing the title of the YouTubes. We got to set it to Science and Technology. I got to set the thumbnail. Should we set it to Long is Wrong, Tight is Right? Yeah, we probably should. I'll just use my Eric Johnson Space Administration. Okay, save. We're good there. All right, let's fire that up. Be right back 1 second.
deliver the crew of Shuttle Mission 5 did, only 8 hours into the first operational flight of the Space Shuttle program, 5th flight of the orbiter Columbia. The first 4 missions were test flights to prove the space transportation system could provide access to low Earth orbit on a routine basis. Those missions laid the groundwork for the operational era. Shuttle Flight 5 was the beginning of that era. The primary purpose of the mission, to carry 2 communication satellites into orbit, deploy them from the payload bay, then return to Earth.
Columbia, Houston, 30 seconds till LOS, and everything is still go down here for deploy.
Roger, Brian, we copy that. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to having a good one.
Roger, and good luck.
Okay, Houston, this is Columbia. We are 2 for 2. We deliver. Hey, Roy, are we down now? That was, are we on the ground?
Absolutely.
A flawless landing, only minutes after sunrise at Edwards Air Force
The
Base,
audio is
California,
dookie.
ended Columbia's 5th mission. Looking slightly weathered, the orbiter had traveled over 10.5 million miles in 5 flights, spent 24 days on orbit, and circled the Earth almost 400 times. It would now return to Kennedy Space Center, Florida, for refurbishment, to be launched again on Shuttle Flight 9.
Sorry, the bell, ding. Yeah, that's pretty good. There might, hold up. We got better audio.
Flawless landing.
Much better.
Deliver the crew of Shuttle Mission 5 did. Only 8 hours.
You hear this tune? The tune for this? You ever heard this, guys? The tune is funky. Funky.
The first 4 missions were test flights to prove the
I'm gonna get
space
the links ready.
transportation
Watch
system
this.
could provide access to low Earth orbit on a routine basis. Those missions laid the groundwork for the operational era. Shuttle Flight 5 was the beginning of that era. The primary purpose of the mission, to carry 2 communication satellites into orbit, deploy them from the payload bay, then return to Earth.
Columbia, Houston, 30 seconds till LOS, and everything is still go down here for deploy.
Roger, Brian, we copy that. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to having a good one.
Roger, and good luck.
We could have, man. Ah, it's so freaking cool, dude. Someday with Starship, man. Someday.
Okay, Houston, this is Columbia. We are 2 for 2.
Oh, well, there goes the audio. All right, anyway. The funkiness is over. We're getting the funk out, okay? Sorry, some stuff right there. Okay, cool. Anyway, all right. So, YouTube, how we good? How we over there? Nice and clear. Okay. All right, let's roll. So, let's wait a second for everybody to trickle in here, and I will tell you a little bit about my itinerary for the weekend. Next week's sleeping schedule. You won't be around for that, but next week's streaming schedule will be a little weird. Let me copy all the rest of the links over, and then we'll go from there. Sleeping schedule probably also will be weird, but you guys won't be seeing that part, I don't think. Sleeping stream? Really? When? Okay, so first and foremost, here is how the itinerary is going to go for the next couple of days. So tomorrow, I'm working on the 59. We are going to do a truck stream before the flame trench. I need to get the 59 finished because it's pissing transmission fluid all over my floor, and I don't want this. I can't leave it for a week, right? Yes, I have a catch pan, all right? It's filling that up. 8 quarts of transmission fluid. So the transmission gasket is still leaking, but it's a crappy old gasket. We need to replace the transmission gasket, top off the transmission, and get the thing freaking running and put the exhaust back together. I don't like that truck being in pieces. I had a bad experience once. So we got about 4 hours to get that done tomorrow. Probably will take longer. But then we're going to have flame trench on Friday, obviously. Obviously. And then after that, I don't know what we'll do. Because New Glen was supposed to be tonight, tomorrow morning, but it's now Sunday morning, Saturday night. So, after the flame trench, I am going to get on an airplane and fly to Boca Chica. I'm going down there to see Flight 7, as I said I would. And I have explicit permission to stream the New Glen launch here on this stream from the NSF bunkhouse. There's an airstrip in Boca Chica? No, there's a catch tower, though. So I'll be streaming on the weekend, and we will stream New Glen. Sunday, I need to help NSF with getting everything ready to go. And then Starship is either going to be on Monday or Tuesday. Now, I should be doing the stakeout stream like I did before, right? And also, after the stakeout stream, I also have permission to stream from the NSF house again, doing coverage of the launch. So that's good. So I got that going for me, which is nice. So you will have full Starship coverage. You will have full New Glen coverage and any other rocket launches that we want to do. I'm bringing down to Texas, I'm bringing down my streaming setup, the stream setup that we used for the road trip, for the Excellent Adventure. I'm packing that up, packing the whole thing up, and bringing it down. So I can stream from pretty much anywhere. So what the tentative plan is that throughout the week, if Starship scrubs or if it, delays by a couple of days, I can do space news from Starbase. So, yeah, that's what's happening. I do not have a plane ticket back because it's not worth it to make a plane ticket back. You're going to end up, I talked to Das about this, you're going to end up eating a bunch of cancellation fees, right? And it ends up being more expensive than if you just waited to book your trip back. You got to do a space news with Starship behind you. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, drummer. So, yeah, I have the mobile streaming set up, and I have basically access to all of NSF's streaming stuff down in Starbase. So, you're probably going to get a couple of space newses next week, but not a lot of games. Okay? So, that's the plan. Yeah. This next week's about to get crazy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So the schedule might be a little unorthodox next week, but the streams that do pop up should be good. I also may or may not be able to stream some NSF behind the scenes stuff. Well, drummer, I made all these plans last night, so yeah, it is what it is. So you see your in-person launch reaction from the planned stream. Yeah, we should be able to. We're agile here, that's right. So side by side, EJ and Jack for Flame Trench. I am not going down before Flame Trench, Sordin. If I did, I wouldn't be able to finish the truck tomorrow. I gotta fix the 59. It's pissing transmission fluid all over my floor. And it's filling up any catch thing that I put under there. So, yeah, gotta fix that. Yeah. So Harry, what's up? Looking forward to this busy week. Sounds quite exciting. Yeah, it should be a good time. What are you wearing for the launch? Any special t-shirts? I'm going to bring my Dragon, my SpaceX Dragon 1 shirt. How do you pronounce deluge? There you go. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be for launch, David, but we, yeah, we should have, it'll be good wherever it's from. I can stream, I could do it from wherever. I have access to all NSF's connections and equipment and power and stuff. Deluge. Hey, what's fragile mean? You should recreate the time that the BBC got... Oh, yeah, James Burke. When you mix them together and ignite it, you get that. The moon or Moscow. The planets or Peking. Gorlami. Excuse me. Call me? Gorlami. So... yeah, that's what's going on. Geeson, what is that? UK official. Oh, Phil, you also had links in there too. What are your Lincoln logs about? It's streaming live today. Oh. Not good. I also, let's see, what do we have? I have a YouTube video. Ow. Hey, the audio works on the YouTube video, guys. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you heard. You might be deaf. But yeah, the audio on that video works just fine. What? 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 Okay. Did you see the new decals on Ship 33 from Marie? What, those ones? I mean, that's not from Mary, that's from Starship Gazer, but yes. It has Mecker Ziller. Pretty cool. Also, actually, you know what? We'll go to Mary's because it shows here. We'll go over to Mary's here. There we go. So I like Mary's over Gazer's here because, check it out, Ship 33 has... It's just the tiles, but it has provisions for the catch pins, but the catch pins aren't being put on. But the provisions for them are there. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Say hi to Mary for us. No, not for you, Jonathan. Sorry. All right. So check that out. That's pretty rad. But Mary also has this. This is a 2025 Starship serial number Ship 33. What am I looking at? Those are the cameras right there. Oh, the dragons. Yeah, the dragons on the wings. Yeah, I'm looking up here. Yeah, we've seen that. We knew that the dragons were there. If you look closely, there be dragons. The catch pins aren't structural. It's just the tiles. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Now, Ship 33 did roll out. Here, I'm going to put that get tie thing over there. Now, Ship 33 did roll out, and it provided some very, very nice cyberpunk-esque visuals. So, you know, it's Cyberstarpunk ship. Last. Okay. You almost did that in perfect timing with the catch kit behind you. Yeah. See, Kraken, I do not see your last. What is the black felt below the catch pins? I don't know. It's probably a cilia backer. Look at that. Damn. You know, Starship is slowly shying away from being a flying beer keg and starting to really look like a spaceship. Dude. Dude. What the heck? That's pretty cool. Waiting for the white paint. Yep. They need to bring Starship launches to Florida already. You get no argument from me, man. Wow. I prefer V2 over V1 aesthetically. It is nice. They put covers on the raceways and stuff. See that? It's nice and covered up. The AP lines and a couple of other things are all covered. It looks good, man. It really does look nice. It's going to be cool when you get to see it in person. Yes. Damn, Starship, you thick as a bowl of oatmeal. Nice ray traced reflections there. Stop it. Stop it. Booster 12 did move into the Mega Bay, guys, so, you could warn it if you spoke Booster Chutu. Okanamatusu! Boosterfa! You know, it's probably better the Javitos don't know you like I know you, Bellic. What? Sorry. Belloc. Belloc. Are you going to stream driving around Starbase? Maybe. I know some people think it's just swapping transport stands with 14.1. There's also a lot in the bay. Yeah. I don't know if they'll get rid of Booster 12, to be honest with you. I don't think they will. I think they're going to take parts off of it, if you really want my honest opinion. That's what I would do. I would take all those... What I would be doing right now is taking all those parts, and I would have basically been doing this since Booster 12 came back. Look over it, find the stuff that's good, and put it on the next booster. Put it on the next booster. It's fine, right? I mean, some of those Raptors were not having a good day. But that doesn't mean that there aren't other components that you could swap, like avionics or you know, like maybe center engines or something, or some thermal protection, or a grid fin or something. No, the grid fins got screwed up, but you get the idea. So if it was me, I'd be parting out booster 12 for parts for booster 14, 15, etc., etc. Long live the king. Was CEJ on a horse or a surfboard? Those are two things I do not know how to use correctly. I do not know how to surf, and I do not know how to horse. Booster 12 must live. Booster lives on in the form of Raptor 314. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did take 314 off and put it on another one, which is pretty cool. Someone had the idea of stacking Ship 20 on top of Booster 12 and have a full V1 Starship on display. Cool. If anything, you'll see me on a bear. Okay. But it's like 1 horsepower. Yeah. Come to McGregor while you're down here. I'll teach you to horse. I don't need to. I mean, okay. I don't need to horse, but I mean, if I'm ever up that way, sure. Sure. Also, with Ships 33, the stringered areas around the areas of tankage aren't new. They just removed the doubler wings that V1 had in those areas above the main ring. Yeah, I got you. Chris B is mad? Where's Chris B? Is he here? I'm confused. People keep saying his name. Do you think they'll catch the Flight 7 boosters successfully? Yes, Nikki, I do. I think a really stupid mistake is the reason why Flight 6 didn't get caught. The antenna broke because Starship on the way up melted some of the wires that hold the antenna in place. I think SpaceX is making a ton of upgrades to those systems based off of what they learned from that flight, and I don't think that'll happen again. Hey, Gil, 59-month resub. Thanks, man. I really don't think that'll happen. Guys, I don't think SpaceX is horsing around. I don't think they're messing around. I really think that they're, from here on out, it's just, every flight's just going to be crazy after crazy flight after crazy flight after crazy flight. It's going to get, I can feel it. It's going to get crazy. I can feel it like it's right in my neck. Run! Starting to get numb. Do you think the test catch hardware is going to survive? Yes. It's well away from your bow shock, dude. It should be fine. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it?
Not perfect. Just look at it. Just look at it.
Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Would you look at that?
At it. Yeah, well. What the heck is that?
That's still funny, dude. That video is still funny, dude. You can replace the footage on one of your monitors with your own footage. Yeah, we could. Why do you suppose the lunar landing starship is white? For thermals when you get out into, like onto the surface of the moon and stuff. And I think NASA wants it that way. The look at it meme is still good. It's still good, man. What about the hinges of the fins? Any additional heat resistance? Well, Chief, if you look, they clocked the fins higher up. So, like, if this is Starship, right? The fins were, like, at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, right? They're up here now. They're at 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. They're at 2 and 10, man. And that basically makes it so they're out of the plasma flow. So their mitigation for that is just, they just move the fins up out of the plasma flow. Good question. Hey, Wisp, 66-month resub. You're such a dork.
Oh, look at this. You got me running all around the car.
You got to get the ship model out. Yeah, so they're not here anymore. They're like up here. They're up. They're at 10 and 2. See? They're up. They're mounted up here. I'm pointing at that like you can see it. They're up here, not there. See? Would you just look at it? Will it be as effective aerodynamically? I think they were over-engineered to begin with, Chief. I think they were too big. It's not going to take a lot of aerodynamic moment up here to flip this thing around. It's really not going to take much. Yeah, the reason... Okay, here, take a look. The reason why they moved them up is if you look at the shuttle, all right? So, Columbia, beast mode. So, like, take a look. Their flap fins, I mean, the shuttle shape isn't a perfect cylinder, right? But if we were going to talk, like, where the Mark 1 fins would be, all right? So, like, a Starship Mark 1 would be like having the flip arms, like, right here. See that? Like, right there. That is, like, you could tell from these tiles right here that that's this part gets really frigging hot. Okay? The Block 2 would be like putting your fin up here. See? Up there, you have white tiles, all right? And Nomex, right? This area doesn't get nearly as hot as that area right there. They moved them out of the shock, which is really smart. That's a really smart way of doing that. You can also see the shuttle's pitot sensors that flipped open right there and right there for airspeed indicator. So, long story short, they were in the shock. They were basically where the plasma knife is, and they moved them out of the way of the plasma knife. Because Elon has said in the past, dude, that they don't really need those. You don't really need forward flaps. I think if I'm recalling correctly, he has said that they want to try and get rid of them completely eventually. Huh, never even considered the shuttle needed pitot tubes. I actually learned that, Kuju Man, and I've been following the shuttle for a long time. I actually learned that from real engineering. Because there were a couple of things in the real engineering video about the shuttle that were like blatantly wrong. And he's like, oh yeah, it used flip out pitot tubes. I'm like, no, it didn't. Oh wait, yes it did. So yeah, I learned that. I got proven wrong on stream, but you know, that happens a lot. It's all right. Do you think we'll see cameras on the dummy payload so they can get external shots of Starship in space? No, those Starlink dummies just look like a Starlink V2 mini chassis. They just look like pieces of metal. I don't think there's any electronics on them. However, Drake, do I want there to be a camera on one of those things? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would be pretty neat. I've heard they're V3 mass simulators. Maybe. Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost lander lifts off Wednesday, January 15th at 1 a.m. Stop launching things at 1 a.m., damn it! This is ridiculous! Blue Origin, 1 a.m. Firefly, 1 a.m. I mean, it could be worse. It could be like 4, you know? So, yeah, I'll cover that, Pat, from probably like the NSF bunkhouse or something. The dumb links are the same dimensions and weight of a Starlink V3, I'm pretty sure. That sounds right, Ben, yeah. Gotta get rid of night launches. Yeah. Why? 9 a.m. is just fine. Do I look like I live in Greece to you? Do I look Greek? Yes, yes. Look Greek. Wrong peninsula. Finally got YouTube to tell me when you're live. I hate notifications sometimes. Don't you gotta hit the You gotta hit the bell or whatever. Your beard looks great. Thank you. You can't discern Greeks from Italians. Shut up. Don't tell them this. Why are you telling them this? Created a picture of you and your brother going up on it. Oh, nice. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll probably be covering that from Tejas. Starship needs more cowbell. Okay. Apple bottom jeans, boots with a fur. You look like Ray Finkel? What do you know about Ray Finkel? I'm sure that's not the most random thing that you have near you. Can you show something even more random? I believe you have my stapler. And then Bill took my swing line stapler. Then they moved my desk down to storage room B. I have a banana. That's good. Is this the man? I have a rocket engine. Yeah. Yeah. There's some rocket engines. That's pretty neat. How neat is that? Well, that's pretty neat. The only random thing is currently in front of the camera. You're talking about me? Oh. Any scented candles. Does Brake Clean count as a scented candle? No, Jake, we could talk about it more in a second. Most random thing is probably the Zippo. There ain't no Zippo here. I cleaned up, man. There's not a lot, believe it or not. Oh, no, wait, there it is. It's out. How do you light the brake clean without a Zippo? That's a good point. I love that noise. Ready? 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 I gotta refill this. It's out of fuel. She's out. Yeah. That's right. The random thing goes in the square hole. Streamer sets his house on fire, showing off his lighter. Oh, no, 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 no. If we want flames, I got you. Da-da-ma-dun. Ba-da-ma-dun. Ba-da-ba-dun. Ba-da-ba-dum. 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 Nope, not even hot. They can set the building on fire. Gloves? Gloves? Do I look like a bitch to you? A little. Shut the fuck up. Fiber, don't rub your eyes. Oh, yeah. Let me go get some fast orange. Yeah, the unifibrous tiles you really shouldn't touch. Sorry, I didn't have any hand sanitizer. I just had brake clean. That sanitizes. Fine. Time yourself out for cursing? Whatever. City Sports. Oh, drummer. Drummer. It tastes like bubble gum. Okay. I'm fine. Did you like it or did you hate it? I didn't hate it. It was good. Is that a big enough flame for you? I have the welder. Do welder things if you want. Think of getting the black lung. Yep. That was a thermal tile, in case anybody was wondering. I try to keep it science. It was one of those. See? It was one of, actually, exactly one of those. Not from that ship, though, but... The only flames I like are in trenches. Right.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
That's made in Scotland from girders. I don't know what that means, but all right. I know the Scotland part, yes. This is like the average flame trench levels are going off the rails. Yeah. Here, look at this. Eason linked this. UK Atomic Energy Authority. Boy, mate, you got a permit for that fusion, mate. Actually sick, though. That's super cool. Tokum action right there. Plasma. Tokum maximalist right there. Yeah, look at that thing. That's a fusion core right there. A real one. Well, what does this tweet say? Tasks for you to complete in 2025. Follow on Insta. Nope. That's all. Oh, all right, whatever. They're Tokamaxing. It's a Tokamax. It's not a Stellarator. Tokamax just looks like a donut. Nice. That's freaking sick, dude. That's what fusion looks like right there. You look like a donut. You know what you look like? A timeout. Whammy. Yeah, it's fusion. That's plasma. It's magnetic containment fusion. That's what's going on right there. Which is pretty sick. That's plasma. getting stuck in a magnetic field. And that's ignition right there. I don't even know if it's called ignition, to be honest with you. You look like a pizza. You look like an eggplant. I wonder what the yield was from this thing. You look like New England clam chowder. Yeah? You look like a cantaloupe. When countdown to launch? Oh, I forgot to sign up for those. I forgot to sign up for those because I was busy signing up for the stakeout stream day of the launch. Okay. Okay. I know you are, but what am I? You're a chicken. Cantaloupe is delicious. I'll take that as a compliment. Are you covering Falcon 9 tonight? Yes, we have the L-153 launch out of Vandenberg. What am I? Stupid for not studying for your test. Yeah, no, that wasn't a joke. Study better next time. I don't give a frick if you got a 25 out of 30, Graham. That's not 30 out of 30. You failed. You're going to get 25 now. Guess what? You're going to do really bad later when it starts getting complicated. Boom. Roasted. QKMR. Oh, did you see the Mercury flyby images from Bepi Colombo? I don't think I did. I wanted to show you guys the space station module. Vast is working on the hatch for their module. Also gingers. I don't think anybody got the eggplant cantaloupe joke. Or quote, I should say, but whatever. Speaking of that, we have a video from Vast that blew your eardrums out. Cool. It's not going to do that this time. Ready? It almost did, though. I don't mind it, Ian. What about you? Ooh. Anybody know what a CMG is? Did you see that? That's nice. That is a control moment gyro. That's the SAS. Stability assist. If you've ever played Kerbal, that's a control moment gyro for the guidance systems. Yeah, it's the doohickey. Yep. Yeah. The original machine, the original CMG had a base plate of prefamulated amulite, surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurring bearings were in a direct line with the panometric fan. Every seventh conductor being connected to a non-reversible Tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the Grammys. The Haven 1 control moment gyro has now reached a high level of development and is successfully being used in the operation of No for Trunnions. Frickin' valves. Cool. I don't know, Sea Kraken. Vacuum control unit? VCU? Yep. If you're wondering what RCS looks like, there it is. You have two solenoids right there. Two solenoids. How did they, actually, what is that? Yeah, those are valves, and I think that looks like a pneumatically actuated solenoid right there that opens and closes the valves. But actually, I'm not sure what the heck that thing is. Maybe those are the straight valves right there, but interesting. So those are your two valves right there, Yessie. Fluid valves. Flow is going that way. I would hope so. If you put it in backwards, you generate fuel. Yep. When is Shuttle on stream with Chris B? I've been meaning to do a Shuttle Sunday with him for a long time. I just haven't got around to it. Solar panels. That's a sewing machine. Is that Drew Faustel? Astronaut. So this is his pledge where they duct tape him to the wall. Yep. It's a space bed, guys. Yeah. Bro. Get domed, window. Nice torque wrench. Tink. Nice. Yeah, sleep system. Yeah, they got a word for that. You know, it's called a bed. Dynamic test stand. Where's the space toilet at? Wouldn't you like to know, chatty boy? It's pretty vast. The vastness of space. That's what I'm... Okay. I'm hanging around with Sawyer too much. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. A lot of hardware here, guys. What do I always say about this stuff? The talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Show us the hardware. That's a CMG. And not to sound like Turbo Encabulator again, but that is a flight control moment gyro. That's something that either is a super high fidelity test article or it's going on the thing. All of this stuff is very, 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 very close to being finished. Those are valves. They are using electronic solenoids to actuate their valves. You can tell because there's wiring coming out of them. It's like a big fuel injector. This is supposed to launch on a Falcon 9, right? That's correct. Yep. Any news on Axiom? I've heard nothing, Outdoor. I got nothing, dude. I really hope they, do something. They're working on the suit, though. Crew 4 planned launch August 2025. Carrier rocket Falcon 9, Block 5. Crew 4, Pluto? What do you mean? What's the mass of Haven 1? I don't know what its final mass is. Ooh, MMOD heat shield. All right. I don't know what a VCU is, dudes, but it is billet, and it's very nice. Voltage control unit? I guess vacuum control unit, but voltage control unit seems right. But also, if you look at this, there's a tank in there, so I'm not sure what that does. Vent control, something. See, this is all flight hardware. See the ISO grid? It's all billet anodized aluminum. This is all flight hardware, dude. Very nice. Very nice. Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's thruster. I don't know, Journey, maybe. That's a RCS. That's a reaction control system thruster. What does billet entail? Woozy, billet means that whatever you were trying to make was machined via subtractive manufacturing from a billet piece of aluminum. So just a billet of aluminum is a nice way of saying a big aluminum block. Yeah. They put the billet block, they mount it in a CNC machine, and a CNC machine mills all this stuff out with an end mill. That's why it's called a mill. Makes sense? And then after that, for corrosion resistance, they anodize the aluminum, which gives it this cool golden texture. See the gold and the tan? Yeah, it's all anodized. That's the other way you could tell it's all flight hardware. That's all anodized aluminum right there. Inside of that is just a big spinning wheel, believe it or not, for gyroscopic stabilization. That's what a control moment gyro does. It prevents it from, no, not oxidizing. It's corrosion. Doesn't rust. It doesn't oxidize. It corrodes. Differences, Journey. Yeah, this is all good, man. A lot of hardware. I've seen a lot of hardware. So this thing, yeah. It's going to launch sooner rather than later, which is pretty rad. Those are real solar panels. That's ready to go. And they're making all the baggage containers for it too. All handmade. That's a bed. Because in space, what they don't tell you is that if you want to fall asleep, you put yourself in a sleeping bag with Velcro and you jump at the wall and you stick to the wall and you sleep there like this. Where else are you going to put your hands? You don't need to like put them by your sides. You don't need to hug something. Just. What about my matched luggage? Sounds pretty relaxing. Very easy on the joints from what I heard. Are we expecting Haven to have constant live streaming video? I hope so. Why not just flat surface? I don't know, because they think this will be more comfortable. Vehicle control unit sewer rat? Yeah, maybe. Oh, that does actually look pretty damn comfortable. Yep, see, all these plates right here, all billet. You can tell something is billet or machined, because if you look, it looks like there's like hieroglyphics in here. You can see the machining pathway for the mill that milled this out, for the end mill on the machine. So what they do is they take a billet plate of aluminum, they mill this ortho grid into it, right? And then they put it in a metal brake. And the metal brake goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, increases the billet plate till it's curved enough so they can weld it together. It's pretty cool, man. Rocket fuel tanks are made very similar. Like Falcon 9's fuel tanks are very similar to this. So is Vulcan. Angara's like that. Ariane 6 is like that. Pretty cool. That looks like cobalt. That looks like painter's tape over the welds. When does it affect people who... How does it affect people who flop a lot when they sleep? Why are you asking me like I know the answer to that? I don't know, man. I don't think you'll need to flop around. You flop around in sleep because you want to move to another side that isn't being pressed into the bed. I don't think you need to worry about that in space. I thought Falcon 9's tank used stringers. Rocky, I'm pretty sure it's CNC'd. They're CNC'd barrel segments, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen one of those things in pieces. Yeah, that definitely is stringers, but how old is that, you know? But then again, they wouldn't have changed something like that. Falcon 9 is made out of a similar material, if that's for what it's worth. Actually, this could be a different grade of aluminum, but yeah, Vulcan is made this way. I know that for sure. Pretty cool. Talk is cheap, guys. Flight hardware is here. And nice torque wrench. Apple Watch. You get your steps in today, buddy? I don't know. He didn't close all of his rings. Anyway. I always say that with spaceflight, talk is cheap. Show me the hardware. And Vast seems to have a lot of that. In spaceflight terms, they're very hardware rich. Which is good. That's good. That means they have a lot of stuff, which means they're actually doing stuff, which is great. Compare that to other space programs where they say, oh, we're going to do this, and this. And then a long time later, they still haven't done this, and this, you know? Pretty cool. So Vast also tweeted this. They have a picture of their forward hatch right there on the front of the Vast Pathfinder module, which is pretty rad. ISS-2, Vast has a commercial low Earth orbit destinations contract with NASA. Basically, a commercial ISS successor is the idea. Pretty good stuff, man. Pretty good stuff. Oh, here. I got other space news. You guys want to see something crazy? Look at this. Check this out. Ready? Anybody know what that is? Don't say metal. It's Rocket 4, man. So this tweet was from... This tweet was from Astra. Rocket 4 upper stage tank heads out for qualification testing. These qualification tests, similar to those completed by first stage tanks for Rocket 4, aim to ensure it can handle stresses and loads well beyond what will be experienced during launch. We have test flight hardware from Astra. Well then. That's pretty neat. What exactly do you mean by commercial? Like civilians can visit? Yes, non-government space program. Paid by the government, but still a commercial space program, Sewer Rat. That's what that means. Is Astra the Sideways Alaska launch company? Yeah, Space Y. Who also pivoted from Rocket 3 after it didn't really work. It kind of did, but it kind of didn't. They pivoted to Rocket 4. And we're starting to see the fruits of that labor, which is pretty crazy. Because you would not have expected them to survive out of all people. Which I think is super cool, and I'm super happy for them. That's awesome. They pivoted to the right. Yeah, with their rocket. Yep. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We got an update from Starbase Live. Hold up. What do we got there? Oh, this is a tweet from Adrian. The horn's going off in preparation for lift, so we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna, give me a second. Please hold. No, get out of here. We might see a lift on ship 33 here very soon. We will see. Well, the horn's still going off, so we should see a lift here in a second. Might just keep it up, but this is coming from our buddies over at NASA Spaceflight. This is Starbase Live, where you could see live streaming without my awful commentary over it. In there, I'll link it up in chat. If you guys want to check it out. Ship 33 should be lifting. Now, we're looking at Flight 7. Flight 7's probably... But we want your awful commentary. Oh, okay, thank you. Flight 7's probably... It looks like it's going to launch on Monday, but it could be Tuesday as well. This weekend's going to be crazy either way. It's going to be completely nuts. Hey, Bob, what's going on, buddy? Bobby! It's me, your daddy, Roberto. See, now I don't want to shut this off because the second I put it up there, right, is the second it's going to lift. So you know what? I changed my mind. I want it to lift. Go over there. Let's look at Gitai. Gitai is a robotics company out of Southern California that's working on space robotic architecture for surface exploration. They're doing pretty cool things. You flying down Sunday? Saturday. I want to see the machines that manufactured the thrust pucks for super heavies. A gigantic CNC 5-axis mill is what did that. With a table, probably, well, yeah, big table. I hope New England goes on Sunday morning. I want to try to go on site for it, then go to sleep afterwards and not worry about work. Yeah, Gitai is... Look at, dude, that, I don't know if that surface robot, if that robot is really cool or really freaking cursed. But Gitai has modular robotic stuff that they can move around. They post awesome videos all the time of their testing, which is super cool. It's neat, dude. I can't tell if that's like, that looks like something out of a nightmare, dude. Yeah, the horn is definitely going off for a lift. Dude, that's super cool. Look at this other thing. Dude, I don't know, man. That one's towing a little sled. Look at that. And the arm can detach, dude. Look at that. That's crazy, dude. I hope they get a contract or something, man. That stuff's pretty cool. Anyway, I moved Starbase Live off and it didn't do. It didn't do. Come on, baby. Come on. Lift. Yeah, I think so, Cyborg. Yeah. Can you imagine? Just hook it up to an antenna and you could just control the arm remotely. That's weird. Super cool, though. This was the CNC we used for the ortho grids at ABL 6-foot diameter table. Oh, that's sick, man. A Haas. You're using a Haas, dude. Very nice. Are you planning on being a part of the Flight 7 IFT7 NSF stakeout stuff? Yep. Yep. We're basically, Hokey, as far as I can tell, barring no crazy technical fiascos, it is me, so. Barring no crazy technical fiascos, I will be able to do the stakeout stream from Starbase. And then when NSF does their launch stream, I can just switch to here and just cover it at Starbase. That's the plan. That's the plan. So we'll see. I also we should be covering New Glenn from NSF's bunkhouse out there too. I have permission from DOS to do all that. I talked to him last night after I was talking to Kevin. The black square is spray paint. Vargon, yeah, we were looking at here, hold on. Where are Mary's pictures? Here we go. That right there. Perlas, assuming bottomless budget. Given the technology of the time, what is the earliest you think a feasible manned mission to Mars would have been possible? We could have done it in the 70s if we decided we wanted to. Yeah. Spray paint, you said. Yeah, maybe. Borrowing a Starlink and streaming your visit on Sunday, or not worth the hassle? I have plans. I have plans. Don't worry. Guys, I'll say it again. I said it at the right at the beginning of Space News. I am going to bring down the Excellent Adventure streaming setup, the one that we used to do the cross-country road trip. And I have carte blanche for any NSF stuff. So, you know, connections, power, whatever. Das was like, yeah, use whatever, man. I know you got to stream. It's all good. I'm like, oh, yeah? Oh. Oh. So, so like I said, I'm gonna get down there on Saturday. We'll cover New Glenn from the NSF bunkhouse, and then I'm gonna probably do the Starship stakeout stream, and then we'll do a Starship stream here on the EJ channel. Starship stakeout stream for NSF. Like, I have permission to do all that down there. Basically do what I normally do, but at Starbase. Yeah, oh yeah, we have a plan. And then, you know, if it scrubs a day, or if we have an extra day, I have my streaming set up in Starbase. So, you know, DOS is the best thing to happen to you. You're not wrong, Mavans. Funkhouse, does that mean you've been sleeping in a bunk bed? That's like summer camp? I don't know. I might have to, if there's no bunk beds in there, Bob, I'm going to be a little upset. I'm going to have to turn the beds into bunk beds, you know? Can we turn our beds into bunk beds? So much room for activities. Considering your reaction as you drive down to the build site would be awesome. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, let's hunt down the classic trucks of Starbase. Oh, gosh. Jack and EJ Land Rover fixing stream. According to both of them, Ernok, it might take more than my allotted time down there. I have to be back here because of, you know, I don't want to be too far from home. I'm looking forward to this busy weekend. Sounds quite exciting. It should be good, man. I will take a look, and we'll see. I'm sure the truck's cameras could capture the launch too. ETA for lift is approximately 6:54 p.m. according to previous lifts. Oh, that's like 50 minutes away. Yeah. You can at least diagnose Jack's vehicle issues. Yeah. I've never worked on a Land Rover before, but I'm sure I could figure it out, I guess. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The problem is that it's a Land Rover. Yeah, it's a Land Rover Discovery, drummer. A disco. The fix would be to get another car. I told Jack he needs a real truck, but he's in the whole, yeah, Land Rover is a truck phase, which, no. No, it's not. Nope. I'm like, bro, you gotta get a real truck, dog. I'm only kidding, Jack. A little bit, but not really. Lift outdoorsman? Didn't you just say that's like an hour away? Disregard. Lift, lift, lift. Can we talk about the catch hardware? Sure. Steps to fix it. Put rag in gas tank. Light. 3. Claim insurance. 4. Get something decent. Yeah, I know. How real do you think the 9-engine New Glenn concept will be? Haven't heard anything about that, Andrew, but Blue has plans. I do know that. AB shows test lift. I don't see it lifting. I do see a Ferd. Blue has plans, Hokey. Someone placed a bright light in the view. Do you see the light? Do you see the light? The band. The band. The band. Here. People say I'm glowing all the time. No, my head's not on fire. Why are you asking? He is risen! AB around 6:06:30. AB? Antonio Brown? They posted a job for a structural engineer to work on eventual 9-engine New Glenns. Yeah, I'd believe that. Andrew, Blue, I don't think people understand Blue's, the scale at which Blue is trying to build at. Let me put it to you like this, dudes. There's a guy that went down in flames. Yes, he did. Let me put it to you like this. There's a reason why New Glenn has taken such a long time. One of the reasons is because Blue is building technology into New Glenn that will be easily pivotable to scalable space architectures. The plain English way of saying that is that they're going to build bigger freaking rockets in the future. Way bigger freaking rockets. We're talking Starship size, Saturn V sized rockets. We're big stuff. There's no secret. That's no secret if you really know what to look for. And before people say, what's your source, EJ? What's your source for that? Do you have a source for that? My source is, I made it up. No. I've been following the space program for a very long time. I know a lot of people that work there. I can extrapolate where they're going. Their mission statement is to build cities in space. You need a bigger rocket to do that. And I don't think anybody's sitting here saying that Blue Origin doesn't have deep pockets. So they have the money to do it. They have the talent now. Blue Origin is recruiting people left and right. So they have the money and they have the talent, and then we have the scope. You have A plus B plus X equals F. Okay? You have a couple of variables in there. You can fill in the blanks. It's pretty obvious they want to build a bigger rocket. They want to build O'Neill cylinders. You're going to need a bigger rocket to do that. His source is some guy named EJ. Source. Made it up. Can you talk about this gap in your resume? No, non-disclosure agreements. But why bigger? Bezos' ambition is minerals, not humans. At this size, it works, so... It doesn't, though. It hasn't launched, Tennant. You think a 7-meter fairing is enough to build a city in space? No. No, you gotta... You get... NSF has started the talkie stream on the lift. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see they are talking. Oh yes, Mr. Cryo, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, cryo test. If you look at booster 7, sorry. Cryo, spin prime. What's this, a fairing for ants? How could people learn how to read good if they can't even fit inside the building? So we should see a lift here in a moment. Hang on 1 second. Should you chime in on the cast? Yeah, you gotta sign up for it, man. I could pop in there and be like, yo, what's good? They'd probably be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I take full responsibility for my 654 statement. I apologize. Outdoorsman, you jagoff. You're being a jagoffosaur right now. I am so angry. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Just enjoy some lifting action, right? Come with me if you want to lift. Probably, but I don't think we can launch a whole structure yet. We must assemble it in space for now. Yeah, and fairing volume 10, it is really what you want to go after. Think about it like this, okay? You want to build a bigger rocket, obviously, right? But, okay, look at a rocket like Falcon Heavy. What's Falcon Heavy's payload capacity to low Earth orbit, right? Let me, I have to Google it. I forgot. So it can move about 50 tons to space with getting all 3 cores back, okay? You can... What the heck's going on there? You can get 50 tons to low Earth orbit. Are you going to fit 50 tons of anything inside of Falcon Heavy's payload fairing? No. No. Maybe, I mean, like, what are you putting in there? Raw materials? You putting in just 50 tons of steel? Can 50 tons of steel, could that even fit volumetrically inside of the fairing? Probably not. Payload fairing volume is your constriction here. We have the rockets that can move a freaking tank, like the tracked vehicle, into space. Or whales, you know, depending on your infographic. That's an old reference, but whatever. It's volume. That's why you got to build a bigger rocket. The volume of the fairing. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, just make a bigger fairing." If just making a bigger fairing is easier SpaceX would have had that Falcon Heavy fairing figured out a long time ago. Actually, if you look at Dwice, Dwice, if you look at Dwice, D took a really, really awesome picture of the extended fairing. If it was just easier, just building a bigger fairing, everyone would do it. It's not that easy. If you're gonna be, building a bigger fairing is not an easy thing to do. But also, Falcon Heavy extended fairing. What is the expendable? Fully expendable Falcon Heavy is 63,800 kilos per Wikipedia. The fairing took a long time. Yeah, it's basically two barrel sections of fairing stacked on top of each other. Look, see the dots right there? It's just, SpaceX just took 2 barrel segments and put them on top. And even then, that's difficult, man. That is a difficult thing to do. But also, gosh darn, does that look cool. That's a big fairing, man. So, the point that I'm trying to get at, Tanit, is that it's not just building a bigger fairing. It's not just, oh, just make a bigger fairing. You need to build a bigger rocket for your bigger fairing, usually. Yeah, fairings are a lot more complicated than you might think. It's giving Big Titan vibes. Yeah. Damn that rocket equation. It really does suck, huh? That was, yeah, Badojo. Fairing maxing. Si, signori. Yeah, a fairing a max. Fairing a max. Perfecto. Luft. Luft! There it goes! There it goes! Luft! Schnell! Pashli, davai, go! Rapido! Other languages. You know what this is? Guys, you know what this is? This is called lift maxing. Nicht schnell! Weiter, weiter! We have crane assisted takeoff. Luft! This is lift maxing. Hold on one second. That was fast.
That's where the pins on the chopsticks go in and they lift the vehicle, right? So that's on a different location for Block 2 because the ship is a bit longer, right? And so they need to position that in a different location, and that's potentially maybe part of this as well, where you know they need to carefully now lift this vehicle.
We'll just put that up there.
It's completely new.
It's fine. It's fine.
To chat, just so people know what the reference is here. But I'm trying to find it in my eyesight. Here we go.
It's fine.
Thomas,
it's fine. It's good.
I don't speak German or Spanish, but I listen to Starbase Update in all 3 languages, lols.
Can we ban EJ thanks? No, no! Why would you want to do that?
This video which covers, we used to call them dailies because we used to put them out every single day, but obviously that became...
Last, what's up? A thought, when they start decommissioning Starship fuelers, launch them one last time and convert them into a wet workshop ring station.
We've been doing regularly with Daz, doing commentary over. We thought this time we'll also do it in different languages, and we do have Adrian who speaks German because he's German, and we have Alex because he's Spanish and speaks Spanish. So we did it in those different languages. It seems to have gone down quite well. Chat, tell us if you've watched that video yet. If you've not, I'll pin it in a second. And watched it in different languages, even if you don't speak those languages.
Crap post maxing. Lift maxing.
Yeah,
Thank
like,
you. Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
That's now.
I'm not sitting here and pretending like this is what I do when I crap post in the NSF chats, but that's exactly what I do. You're not supposed to cross the streams.
If we find the time and everything continues to work, Alex and I have very much the intention to do this for more dailies.
Karina said I'm not supposed to cross the streams.
Yeah.
Okay, I leave now.
Yeah, it's rather easy. One of the comments was saying like, "Do you not script this?" And it was like, "No, we just do one take, right?"
Lift maxing. Multilingual update was good. Is it though? Is it loaded or dry? No. She's dry. She's dry. Cleater. You should follow Cleater. Cleater's awesome. That's so yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, check this out. There is oh god. You go to videos. The Starbase update. Look, it's you can choose the different languages, I think. How do you do that? I forget. Is that the wrong one? Oh yeah, it's this one. There we go.
Hallo zusammen und willkommen zum heutigen Daily bei NSF, wo wir auf alle Aktivitäten in Starbase schauen. Und ja, wir dachten, wir benutzen mal unsere Vielsprachigkeit im Team aus. Deswegen gibt es jetzt das Ganze als Kommentarstream von mir und Alex auf Spanisch und Deutsch.
Yeah, we'll go to Alex's Spanish stream.
Booster 17 parece ser que lo están moviendo al Megabay 1.
Al Megabay! What's Klingon? Hold on. I think that's just the no audio. Kaplach! Kaplach! It is a good day to die, but the day is not yet over. Katach! Kaplach! I don't know any more Klingon. Sorry. I'm not used to hearing Adrian speak German. It is a little...
Die nächsten Füge vor. Bei den Chopsticks, den Installieren der Chopsticks für den zweiten Turm, scheint es ein bisschen eine Verzögerung zu geben, weil man hat...
German is like one of those languages. I mean, it's because English, German, and what I'm about to say is going to make a lot more sense when you realize that English, German, and Dutch are all Germanic languages. When I hear people speak German, I kind of understand it, but I kind of don't. But it's like if you were trying to listen to somebody that was distant, that was far away, or if you were having a stronk, you're like, wait, what are you saying?
Hat tatsächlich die Halterung entfernt, die dafür benutzt wird. Und auch beim Flug, beim Vorbereitung für den Flug, der in den nächsten Tagen stattfinden wird, gab es einige Verzögerungen, weil hier sehen wir die Halterung, die tatsächlich für den Hot Staging Ring benutzt wird. Die wurde zurück zur...
He said hot staging ring. See what I mean? See what I mean? Anyway, slip back over to the lift. No, that was the lift with commentary. Let's go over here. Here we go. Terminal. Luft. Stalag-Luft? Stalag-Luft 2? Nein. The ship compared to the booster is gigantic. Dude, she's a monster. Like, we were gushing over the space shuttle a little earlier during space news. That thing is ridiculous. I am very happy that I'm going to be able to see this thing pretty soon. I know it's ridiculous, but Irish is the only other language you know other than English. Right. Yeah. Right. That's a good one. It's a good language. I can kind of speak. I kind of understand it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Hissy, fin for lift. Ah, kitos. Eve parve. Eve aumenta. If you're in Finland. Actually, not a bad accent. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. Appreciate that one. So ship 33 is being lifted and put and crowned on, I was about to say booster 7 because I still have the Adrian cryo, spin prime. What is this? Booster 14. That's what it is. You need it in that Dr. Z accent. Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, you can see that the rocket is being lifted up on top to get put on top of the booster here. Yeah, thank you very much for listening to me today. I missed that guy. That was a fun time, Seven. You remember covering those press conferences from like 2016 to 2019? That was fun. Well, I tell you, we were having so much fun. It was as easy as falling off a log. Yeah, it looks like it's going slow, and then you realize that Starship is like a 15-story building. Yeah, it's just lifting a skyscraper. Drone! I tell you, the proof is in the pudding. It is up to the future administrations to fund these missions, and it's up to the Congress as well. Next question. Yeah, we had fun with the pudding, yeah. I can't do an impression of Jared Isaacman. He just sounds like a normal dude. That's my problem. I can't do impressions of people that sound normal. I can do very good impressions of people that sound ridiculous. Oh. Sorry if this is the wrong time, but I've managed to find slides from some short presentations from a November NASA Mars Exploration Program Analysis Group meeting that have engineering diagrams of the new MSR options they're looking at it if you're interested. I can't post links though, so you have to Google MEPAG Virtual Meeting 18. Click the first link. Click on the agenda. You know you can ask my mods for link perms, and then they'll give you link perms, and then you can post it, right? Actually, Tessa, give Bill Kerman a regular. He's cool. Give him regular. He's fine. That is an elite Bill Nelson accent. Well, thank you very much, Nikki. I didn't know we had Billy West streaming as a side hustle. Oh, Chat, I'm so into you. Bill, post the link, dude. Look at me, Dr. Zoidberg, ship owner. I can't swallow that. Good news, Fry! It's a suppository! I tell you what, guys, Starship looks like a steakhouse, but handles like a bistro. That's my favorite. She looks like a steakhouse and handles like a bistro. Zap Brannigan, master of the universe and everything in between. Also, this year's winner of Dupe's Modesty Award. Third time was the charm? Yeah, you got it. You got it. Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster. And leave the maggots on it. Oh, BA, don't do that. No. Don't do that, my friend. Not good. Flight 7 patch.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Oh. Well, Bill, you can post now because Hokie gifted you a sub, so you don't need to worry about asking. I would appreciate it if you still ask, but I trust you. You've been a very good contributor to the spaceflight content on this stream. Good for you, my friend. Yeah, she's up there. Is this the final stack before the flight, right? All the flight termination systems have been installed? Yep, drone. Yeah, I mean, Conan, we're looking at even if you were looking at a launch on like Tuesday, right? So what do we still have left in the timeline here? Well, you got to stack it. Make sure everything's good. They have to do a wet dress rehearsal. And then maybe flight termination system install after that. Maybe it's possible it'll come back down one more time. I don't know if the FDS is on 33, guys. I don't know for sure. Maybe somebody in chat knows. What's the load for this particular launch? There are 10 Starlink test satellites on board. That ship is massive. She's a monster, Ben. She is a monster. No TM update to the 13th. I'm watching both channels because you're both too near and dear, but still enjoying it. So BA, yeah, thanks, man. I love the enthusiasm. Don't tell people to watch my stream in the NSF. In the NSF streams. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You should go watch NSF. They're the ones that are providing this awesome comment. This awesome stream. I'm just commentating on it because I have their permission to. But even then, go support my boys over there if you could. I know you are, BA, but that goes for everybody else. This awesome content is coming from NSF. It's coming from NASA Spaceflight. I do work for them. But this is my stream. You should go watch their streams too. Please go over there and support them. They do an amazing job getting us these awesome pictures. Please go and subscribe at the very least. Subscribing is free. I feel like an idiot, but go over there, hit the bell and stuff like that. They're constantly posting spaceflight updates, and it's really awesome information, and it's also in other languages too.
Startseite gebracht. Da sehen wir übrigens den Startplatz.
Startplatz.
Und Booster 14 bereits auf dem Pad.
Booster 13 has arrived at the pad. See, I understood that. I don't know how to speak German. I understood what he said.
Start.
Drill bucket tier 1 6 months in advance, 48 total. My guy. Ship 33 received FDS in the Mega Bay 2 before the dumb link install. There you go. Didn't mean to cause problems. It's all good, BA. It's all good, BA. I love you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the high praise, dude. But yeah, just as a personal favor to me, please don't do that. We don't need my stream craziness leaking into NSF too much. Too much. You know what I mean? Don't do it too much.
Wann in den nächsten paar Tagen. Wir sind auf jeden Fall gespannt, wann genau. SpaceX hat noch nicht wirklich ein Datum gegeben. Elon Musk hat jetzt in einem Stream of X gesagt, dass es wohl irgendwann nächste Woche sein wird. Von daher, wir bleiben auf jeden Fall gespannt. Ja, wir haben jetzt beschlossen, wir machen diese Things auch in Spanisch und in Deutsch und das ist ganz witzig, weil...
So you're saying bum rush the NSF stream. Surat, what I'm saying is that I am a moderator for NSF, and if I see you doing stuff, I'm gonna ban you from NSF streams. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling. Don't embarrass me in front of my work friends, guys!
Nicht mehrmals versuchen. Das Ganze ist so ein bisschen so ein One-Take. Deswegen muss ich einfach mal gucken, was ich jetzt ganz schnell sage.
Yeah, Jojo, I'll be down there over the weekend. Von Braun would be proud. Yeah, he would.
Und da der LR11000 ist auf dem Weg zum Pad, um den Hot-Stage-Ring zu entfernen. Und da sehen wir auch...
Yeah. Alright. Are they gonna stack it? Stack. So I can yak as much as I want in the NSF chat. Please do not yak in there. BRB on my way to the NSF to pull an RB Gamer move. I'm watching that chat. Don't do that. Hey, Lieber 11,000. I got that. Yeah, me too. Are you going to be in Houston or going to just Boca? I'm going to Boca. I'm going to be down there with the NSF guys. It was funny hearing Alex trying to find translations for many Starship-related words in the last video. He's so used to using English. Wait a minute.
en la rampa orbital 2, supongo, hay que estar traduciendo todo esto a cada vez que hay una nueva escena, ¿no? Un nuevo clip. Entonces, es bastante complicado. Pero oye, me estoy envalentando.
Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, it's a complicated piece of equipment, I would say.
Y ahí están ahí. Dale que dale con el soldador.
Cat! Sorry. Gotta get some contact info so I can get you that case of beer. Jojo, I'll get back to you on that, bro. It's gonna be a crazy week for me, dude. We'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, you know, it was the Spanish stream. El gato. Chat, ¿cómo se dice gato en German? In German. No sé. No puedo hablo gato en German. Katze? Katze! Gracias. Alemana? Spanish for the cat. Yes, sir. If you need to shoot me a DM on Discord. All right, will do. Katze oder Kata, depending on the cat's gender. Oh. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I hope I'm not getting sick. Hablas gato? I don't speak cat. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Right, gonna head to bed. All right, Conan, enjoy the stack. Thanks for a great stream. My pleasure, dude. My pleasure. Keep in mind, guys, this stream's going for a little while. We're going all the way to the L-153 Falcon launch. I have not missed a Falcon launch in 2025, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. Herman, don't you mean Deutsch? Yeah. Deutsch is good. Yeah, good. Ja? Schnell! Ist gut. Koshka in Russian. Spasiba. I'm happy the new Glean launch is Saturday. Yeah, me too, man. I live in Texas. We get the proper Tex-Mex Spanish, Spain Spanish, and 23 other dialects of Spanish. What about bad Spanish? Español malo. Kisa in Finn. Ah. Kitos. Amuse ist zu stimmen. Yeah? When EJ German streamed, sorry, that's not going to happen. Here.
Gatito. Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Gatito? What does that mean? Little cat? That means little cat. King! Was watching the Sens game, then 2 goals on 2 shots. Now I'm watching EJ again. I mean, who you playing, dude? Who you playing? Because we got stomped by Calgary the other day.
This is space. I'm in space.
That was not fun. That was not fun. I flipped the game on and it was 4-0, and then I flipped the game off, like right after that. You're playing the Sabres? Oh, come on, man. Come on. The Sabres. Sorry about it. I gotta go grab a parking spot for the Amtrak station for the launch. We'll try and get the stream to work from there. All right, Knight. No problem. Yep. Sewer Rat gifted a sub to Stormy. Flare stack. Huh? When are you down at Starbase? What is your schedule like? Are you helping with equipment? Doing interviews? It's going to be a lot of everything, Journey, but you should still have rocket launch coverage and space news coming from me on this channel. There will be some NSF participation. I'm keeping it a surprise. I have some ideas. Das and I have some ideas for some things. Maybe some NSF behind-the-scenes stuff that you guys might appreciate. We'll see. Saturday's game stressed me out with how every time the Leafs scored, the Bruins answered immediately. Dude, I watched that game, Gold Falcon. It just... Swayman sucks. But apparently Ulmark does too, according to King. Say Mr. Yak to Mr. Yak in person. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do when I see Jack? Here, hold up. Here, let me show you. Here.
Canadian moose during mating season. And now, a yak.
Yak.
Yeah, probably that. Yeah. Just... Yak! Yak! Probably gonna do that. Jack's probably gonna be like, who is this? Who the hell is this guy and why is he in my truck? Lock. Next time, you could bring your Cinema Gear wireless HDMI translator and follow you for being behind the scenes. I don't think this is the last time I'll be going down there, all systems. Let me put it that way. Omar is now on a 9-game winning streak, but is out week to week. Yep. I wish to never hear that sound again. Okay. Here, will you just...
Ahí. Como Pedro por su casa.
Where's your house? Gatito! Will there be a special background? Yak dishes, pizza boxes? Yeah, probably. Yep.
Adiós. ¿Quién fuera un gato, para poder entrar por ahí y tener uno?
Never mind the cat, man. What about that 2018 Chevy Impala right there?
En todo esto. Míralo.
I heard you do a
y
good
ahora, claro.
And now we have a very, very clear view into the Star Factory. Yeah.
Los Starlinks, que no son de verdad, son... Le llaman
you
dummies.
You can see the Starlinks test satellites in there.
Como de pega, ¿no? Que no son...
I can still understand Spanish. I just suck at speaking it. But it has to be kind of slow. And to be honest, this is the slowest I've ever heard Alex talk, ever. In English or in Spanish. I think perro is pet, perro is dog. And don't say the female version of that. Someone that speaks Spanish will slap you.
Reales, pero son simuladores, por así decirlo. Hay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parece que hay.
I think I see 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Too many people said see last. Alejandro sounds like my brother. Sounds like mi hermano when he speaks Spanish. Perra. Oof. Go look at the stacking. Whoop. Here we go. Get stacked, nerd. Actually, it's a little foggy, but... maybe if we just squint at it real hard. Was that a Short Circuit 2 quote? Number Johnny 5. Newglands is at the pad confirmed. Oh, baby! Come on, set her down. Ludojo, yesterday you talked about ML2 for SLS, and the question came to me, why does NASA have so much rocket bending problems with ML1 and SpaceX with 2 small SPMPs and a mini booster stand compared to ML1 and ML2 have no problem? Good question, Badojo. Solid rocket boosters is your answer. Here, look. You know what? Let me just get the picture up here so I don't miss the stack here. So, Badojo, the Space Shuttle solid rocket boosters, fully fueled, a 4-segment, a single, this is the Space Shuttles, not even SLS, okay? They're 500 tons each. That's 1.1 million pounds Those are the 4-segment boosters. SLS's boosters are even heavier than that because they're 5 segments. Yeah. One 5-segment fully fueled solid rocket booster probably weighs more than Super Heavy. One of them. The mobile launcher has to move 2 of them and an empty core stage and an upper stage and whatever's in the stage adapter and Orion on top of that. That's why they're having problems. Long story short, 39A, the crawler transporter, all that really wasn't designed for super heavy launch vehicles that utilize solid rocket boosters. It was really designed around liquid fuel boosters. Like the Saturn V or a Nova rocket. That's really what it was built for. The reason why the space shuttle could get away with it, Bodojo, is because it launched with no launch umbilical tower. The space shuttle used the mobile launcher platforms, like this. It used an MLP. There was no tower. So the weight of the tower, the weight of the SRBs is offset because there's no tower. You could see where the tower was, right there, right? That's why, because it's, yeah, solid rocket boosters are very, very heavy. Grande pasada. Yeah. So, think about that. Super heavy. How much is super heavy? Super heavy with 33 Raptors and no fuel in it is like 300 tons. A single 4-segment shuttle SRB weighs more than that. And they move 2 of them. Almost there. Super heavy is not as heavy as a solid rocket booster. No way. Dave Limp Biscuit. I did it all for the Noogly. Come on, the Noogly. Come on, so you can take that rocket and stick it into space. Stick it into space. Stick it into space. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? Why? To figure it out. But I did it, and now I'm the only one. Sorry. Dave Limp. The coverage out of LA is sad. Well, yeah, of course, dude. Why do you think we want to talk about it here? You're talking about super heavy dry mass, right? Of course, Nianix. Yeah, of course. Super heavy fully fueled is well, let me just put it to you like this. SLS has 8.8 million pounds of thrust. Okay? SLS weighs 8 million pounds. You following me? 8 million pounds fully fueled. Super heavy has 15 million pounds of thrust. See what I'm saying? The name, it's right in the name. Engineers are not good at naming things. I tell you, engineers are not good at dealing with customers. Yeah. Fully fueled super heavy. I don't even know what that is, dude. I know it has 15 million pounds of thrust. So if it has 15 million pounds of thrust, that means unless it would take off like a Sidewinder missile or something, that means the full mass of the stack probably is somewhere in the ballpark of like 14 million pounds. Something like that. That's a lot. That's a lot of pounds. 1 giga heavy, yep. Nothing will be funnier than Limp Bizkit unintentionally causing Woodstock to turn into a riot. Yeah. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so long to figure it out? But I did it, and I'm the only one. Now I got Nookie stuck in my head. It's like I'm in 7th grade all over again. One, two. So with 14 million pounds, what's the power to weight? That was a guess, Stormy, but we know it has about 15 million pounds of thrust and leaves the pad at probably like 1.3 or 1.4 TWR. You could pretty much figure out its wet mass from there, but I mean, I'm just gonna Wikipedia it. Nice. Yeah, 5,000 tons. Yeah, it's 11 million pounds. And it has 15 million pounds of thrust. Yeah, there you go. 1.3 to 1.4 TWR. Math checks out. Yeah, that makes sense. Shut up. Shut up. I was in high school. I'm not old. Okay. Okay. If I hold this up, do you get it? Do you get it? If you do, you might, you know, geezer. Shut up! Are we in Vandenberg with this fog? That's what I'm thinking, right? Last time I did not receive a piece, and then payroll told me to talk to Lumberg, and Lumberg told me to talk to payroll, and I still have not received my paycheck, and then they moved my desk down to storage room B. They moved me away from the window, and I could see the squirrels, and they were married. I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Chat, it's a mat with different conclusions that you can jump to. Hey, Yuck, 118 months. Thanks, man. Excellent. Okay, get the building on fire. Thermal protection system reports, yes. 118. I've been doing this for a long time. It's almost there. You can still see the bottom of the Starship's mating flange. That's the name of that. Sure. Why does it say paper jam? But there is no paper jam. I swear to God, I'm just going to kick this piece of snot out the window. You and me both, man. Thing's lucky I'm not armed. Almost there. 15 million pounds of thrust with Raptor 2. Imagine with Raptor 3 or Raptor 4. $37. See, Hokey, you see, Ernok over there has 3 pieces of flare, and you only have 1. We want you to express yourself, and if you think that just having 1 piece of flare by your name is good enough, then okay. But, you know, Ernok over there has 3 pieces of flare, and, you know, we encourage that. You know, Hokey, people can subscribe to any Twitch streamer anywhere, okay? They come to EJ's for the fun and the atmosphere. That's what this is about. It's about having fun. You still have your pins from Red Robin? Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
We do? Oh, God. Oh, God. Hey, chat, what's the name of the restaurant with all the goofy stuff on the walls and the mozzarella sticks? Oh, talking about shenanigans, right? We almost there, dudes? Shenanigans? You mean shenanigans? Oh, you're talking about shenanigans, right? Don't want a large farm. Oh, no. Almost there. Almost there. It's got like maybe 10 centimeters at best. About 4 inches. My favorite Office Space fact is the fact that Michael Bolton is Scruffy's voice. I'm Scruffy, the janitor. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Hey, Peter, man. Check out Starbase Live. Check out this ship. Dang it, chat. Can you at least pretend like you can't hear me through the wall? Oh, sorry, man. Oh, sorry. Wife over there or something? Hey, Bob. Watch out for your flame trench, bud. I know what movie I'm watching tonight. I tell you what I'd want to see, man. 2 rocket launches at the same time, man. Yep, damn straight. Always wanted to do that. Figure I could hook that up, because, you know, guys who launch rockets dig dudes with money. Not all guys. Well, the kind of guys that would launch 2 rockets at the same time would. Good point. Frickin' A, man. I'm gonna go grab a beer. You know, I've been trying to drink less beer in 2025. I'm trying to drink less. Like, a lot. But gosh dang, does this taste good. You shouldn't drink. Don't do that. I am a streamer. I get paid to be an idiot, okay? Don't do that. It's tasty. Damn, is that tasty. We got a stack hanging out with my buddies, talking about good movies and having a good time. This job rules. In the words of Mike Finnegan, the best day at work ever. Yep. Is that a Pawtucket? No, Boston Lager, dude. I got myself a Sammy right here. Space Coast! Space Coast!
Y estamos ahora en el 6 de enero.
And we're here.
Día de Reyes aquí en España, pero no sé si en otros sitios celebran algo más. Y esta es la otra grúa.
You see, mucho queso. Donde aquel metro. Space Coast, that's what you wanted to see. Space Coast. Oh my God! Cheers, mate. I'll tell you what I want, man. I want 2 rockets being stacked at the same time, man. So okay, all right, serious mode for a second. That's New Glenn being rotated. Get rotated, idiot. Sorry, I said serious mode. That's New Glenn being rotated up vertical at Launch Complex 36 at Cape Canaveral. New Glenn is currently targeting a launch for Sunday morning at 1 a.m. Eastern Time. We should have coverage here. New Glenn is a rocket that's owned by Blue Origin. Blue Origin is Jeff Bezos' space flight company. That rocket is freaking huge. Give or take, it's about 100 meters tall. About 300 feet, 330 feet, somewhere around there. About a 33-story building with a 7-meter core stage diameter. 7 meter, or probably like 23 feet across. It is not a small vehicle being rotated right now. That is a gigantic, gigantic rocket. And then if you flip it back over to our boys over at Starbase Live, you see Starship, which is a 350-foot tall rocket. It's about 115 meters with a 9-meter core diameter, or about 30 feet. We are in an era of gigantic freaking rockets. Both of these rockets are reusable. One of them fully reusable. New Glenn's first stage comes back down and lands. And Starship, well... Get caught, nerd. Dude, we got 2 beast mode rockets. Oh. Get rotated, nerd. It's crazy, man. The floodgates are gonna open, dude. You thought Falcon 9 was the beginning. Nope. Thank God they pushed it back. Yep, yep. We were 60 years ago. It's nice to dream again. It is, bro. It is. Only thing that would make it better if we had a Saturn V with us, dude. Can you imagine? Or the shuttle. Can you imagine if the shuttle was still flying? Like, still doing routine supplies to the space stations? And Dragon was supplementing it? Oh, man, that would be cool. I would almost prefer that at this point over SL. They should have done that. That would have been a good idea. What do you think about the future where Super Heavy will be the smallest rocket we got? Shy, do you see what that rocket's doing? It was kind of like this, and now it's like that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Did you get it? I will be aggressively pointing up at the stars, baby. What? What are you talking about? I'm looking up to the stars to dream. Don't crush my dreams, chat. No, Sig, this is actually called vertication right here. Saturn V will be watching from the Saturn V building. Yeah. What if Rook tells NASA to make an SLS-derived shuttle? Look, all I'm saying is that flying the shuttle until Super Heavy, till a commercial Super Heavy launch vehicle option came around is, like, not the stupidest idea. But that idea only exists with the benefit of hindsight, right? Like, nobody thought that Elon Musk would be hell-bent on going to Mars. I mean, he kind of did say it, but nobody thought he was serious. Or Jeff Bezos, for that matter. Hey, some people pay good money to have their dreams crushed. Well, my job's on the internet, Hellbore. I get my dreams crushed on a daily basis. I mean, look at how many people said, oh, you're never going to finish A Pillar of Autumn by Christmas. When I was playing Satisfactory this morning. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Starship made it yet? I don't know. Let's, She's not there yet. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try to make it bigger. Yeah. I would have been a supporter of a cargo shuttle model if NASA didn't want to fly crew anymore. Should have been hokey. I mean, to be honest, should have been able to do that from the start. Just saying. I never said Christmas. I never said what year. That's right, Bastardo. Oh, also your pictures, dude. That's cool. Maybe Bastardo. Sometimes I think, dude. People show me pictures of construction sites and stuff all the time, and I'm honestly into it. I think it's sick. Like you were talking about drilling the holes and stuff, right? And you know, sometimes I think maybe I just don't get outside enough, but also that's really freaking cool. And maybe I'm just easily amused. I don't know. Maybe I got a simple mind. All right, I don't know. Not a good look. The Soviets were able to do it. The Soviets were able to do it after copying our stuff. Okay? Yeah, it's kind of easy when someone gives you all the answers. But to say that that capability is something that is unique of the Soviet Union is also false, because the X-37B comes back from space autonomously. Dream Chaser will come back autonomously. So why don't you get guidance systemed, nerd? Get guidance system. Get Olmarked, nerd. Sorry. Thanks, bud. That's a huge site for a lot of cool machines. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, she isn't crowned yet. Let's go back over to Newglands. Watch, ready? Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. Pave the way. Pave the way. Put your strong back into it. We'll do it live. GIF is going to trend tomorrow. I mean, the point still stands where you said the shuttle should have been able to do it that way from the start. King, the reason they could have made it autonomous, the reason why they didn't is because so the idea at the time was if NASA was basically going to be a pack rat for payloads that go into space, that having the shuttle keeping humans in the loop for the entire launch, like, would basically gives a justification to keep the astronaut corps going and also scale it up. That was the whole idea. You know how I always say, you know, like, the programs need to be integrated together, like they need to depend on each other. If they don't, if your scientific programs at NASA and your and your human spaceflight programs don't depend on each other, then it makes them easy to get axed. The shuttle represents basically the ultimate maxing of that integrated idea. Not the best decision, to be 100% honest. The Apollo program also did that, and did that arguably 1,000 times better, but the shuttle was a good example of it. Shuttle program lasted 40 freaking years. Almost a half century. So, not the stupidest idea. But also, if I had the choice in hindsight, I would have just kept using the Saturn V. Von Braun was absolutely correct. But yeah, part of the reason why they made it manned permanently was to basically give a justification for astronauts to exist. See last, if you don't mind, question. Once this finishes stacking, will this be the largest rocket ever stacked? Yes. Oh, there you go. Here, let me back it up. Yep. She's crowned. I watched a lot of Story Musgrave fixing the Hubble. There you go. Yeah, the whole architecture was designed around keeping humans in the loop, House. So, like, for satellite servicing purposes, which was theorized to open up a modular satellite architecture network, right? And then modular space stations, space station reconfiguring, on-orbit operations. It was all scaled around basically humans being in the loop on the shuttle. That was the whole idea. To be 100% honest, the shuttle is not a bad idea, and I still think the shuttle's design is fantastic. For what it is an amazing machine. I know what people are going to say, but the O-rings, EJ. Yeah, okay. They designed it to not launch when it's cold out, and then they launched it when it's cold out. I don't know what you want. What the shuttle program really needed to do, guys, I think the problems with the shuttle program weren't necessarily with the design. The problems were from a programmatic standpoint, basically management. There's too much management. That's the problem. Too much. It's too top. The shuttle program was too top heavy. They're not a hardware-rich program for something that's supposed to be fully reusable. In order for the shuttle to actually achieve its goals of achieving full reusability, it would need to be launched on a schedule like Falcon 9. And that's doable. I think that is entirely possible. It was built to go together pretty damn fast. They launched it 9 times in 1985. Now, I know Falcon 9 launched 134 times. Who cares? Dude, 9 times for a shuttle stack 4 years into the flight program is pretty damn good. That's pretty good. Falcon 9 ramped up roughly with those numbers, right? It's pretty good. That ain't bad. It's not bad at all. Shuttle was projected to launch 24 times in 1986, every 2 weeks. After that, it would have been 48 times in 1987, every week. And they were ramping to it. And then Challenger happened, and that same middle management that doomed the shuttle program basically scaled it back completely because idiots. It was a programmatic failure. The shuttle is an amazing design. It is an amazing machine. And it could have been Falcon 9. It could have been. It should have been Falcon 9, but it never came to. Which is just a shame, but whatever. It is what it is. So not the tallest rocket if it's cold out? Yeah. Check McGregor live. Could you use a series of mirrors in space to reflect light onto the ground during nighttime? Yeah. Titan. Titan?
Hey. Hey, Buggy. Hello, my boy.
What's that?
You got an empty bag of treats for the Oh. Hey, Buggies. Hello, my boy. Hey, come on up here, buddy.
No, he doesn't want it. Bree and Taito are here, guys. So Starship is getting stacked.
Oh, that's cool.
And New Glenn is being rotated.
Wow.
At the same time.
That's a lot. That's a lot of rockets.
A lot of big rockets.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
New Glenn looks like it's falling over, but I don't know what I'm looking at, so.
Here, have some of this.
What?
It's not falling over. It's getting rotated, idiot. Get rotated, nerd.
Because I'm supposed to know what that looks like? Oh, it looks like it's leaning.
It is. It's because they're moving it upright.
Oh, okay. Oh!
Discovery, go at throttle
It's doing the opposite of falling over.
Yeah.
It's unfalling over.
It's
What?
Sure. How many of those you had?
None.
Alright. Is Titan gonna go to Starbase? No. Titan needs to stay here and hold down the fort. He's gonna be the man of the house.
He's gotta protect Mama.
Yeah, you gotta be the man of the house, my boy.
Hello. Hey, buddy. Hi. How you doing? What are you doing?
I gave Titan 3 calming trees today, Chad. This dog is like, what is happening?
A lot of messages getting held for review there.
They're quite funny though.
Porky, Tato Burgers. Hello, my boys.
I think he's just getting out of it now, to be honest.
Is the dog stoned? No. No.
Did he shoot my... Oh yeah, absolutely, Electron. That the propellant has been taken out of that rocket.
Oh yeah, he ripped the stuffing out of that thing, dude. He's the super mutt. Getting rotated.
Oh.
Hey, buds. How you doing? How you doing?
I have some in my pocket.
Oh, give me.
Hey. We have a little bag of treats.
Hi, buddy. Hello. Hello. All right. Okay. Give me your paw. Give me your paw. Okay, up. Hi there. Hello. How you doing? Do you see Chad over there? What's Chad doing? What? What's the barking? Look at this. Look at this boy.
Can you give me one?
Yeah. Where is it, buddy? I don't have any. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Sit.
Tighten. No. Middle. 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 Come on. Good man.
You just tied the leash around your leg.
I know. It's like
Okay.
Geeky likes it.
Yeah, he likes that. We're Titan maxing right now.
Alright, well, we better get back to the house and leave you to your erecting spaceships. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is abuse.
I'm so sorry.
You okay, bud?
I'm so sorry.
Why'd you step on me?
Oh, she stepped on the dog.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
Now he wants to stay with me now. See?
Do you want him to stay with you?
No.
Okay.
No. All right, let's go. Come on.
I'm sorry, bud.
Don't kick my dog.
You. I didn't kick him.
Don't kick my dog. That wasn't weird, right? Okay, I'm going to get back to the vertication here. Pretty weird. Oh well. Did you and Brimo finish Rogue Heroes? Yes. I tell you, lads, you better be brushing up on your French. Because it's only a matter of time before we're all speaking French. My dog, she kicked it, now it needs an operation. This is an erecting stream now? No, this is a stacking stream. Patty Mayne was a badass? Yeah. Yeah. If you like messing with Brimo next time, wind him up before sending them off. Yeah. Dude, what I'm wondering, Tweets, is if, like, in SAS Rogue Heroes, it's obviously like it's a embellished story a little bit. I mean, some of those stories that the SAS did and Patty Mayne and those guys did was actually insane. But my question is, was Patty Mayne truly that psychotic? Like, and I mean this in an endearing way. And if so, what happened to you before the war that made it seem like World War II was just no big deal? Like, what happened to you where you just like, World War II, whatever, we're just gonna kill him? It's like, hey, what happened to you? Who hurt you? Dude, look at, you're right, man. The rocket is almost up to the top of the damn thing. Jeez. Jake, your grandfather was talking to me about him the other day and said he really was like that. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. What a bad melon farmer. Ireland happened? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. He was a megalomaniac in Hello. How long until launch? Newglands is launching Sunday morning at 1, Cats. Starship Flight 7 is teeing up on Monday at 5. 5 p.m. Dude. How will they load passengers? On Starship? I don't think they've even gotten that far, Zubaski. If I had to guess, though, loading and stacking. I mean, they put this thing up there. This is like early versions of Starship. They put this thing up there in less than an hour. Right? I can imagine in the future, like, people being loaded onto a Starship on a jetway, right? And then Starship and its transport stool are, like, lifted up on SPMTs and taxied to a launch pad like a plane would taxi to a runway. Wouldn't that be sick? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are currently getting verticated right now. It's currently 8:21 p.m. here in Texas. We're looking at clear skies, good visibility all the way to Sydney. Should have you halfway around the world in about 30 minutes. In-flight crew, prepare for stacking. Like, that's my guess. If I had to guess, like, I don't know how you're gonna put like a crew access tower up here or something with the drawworks for the crane and the chopsticks and everything in the way, but I can see that happening. But I mean, you could also do a crew access arm, I suppose. The reality of the situation is that I don't think SpaceX is even thinking about that right now. I don't think they're even thinking about it because human rating isn't a part of Starship's development plan just yet. Just yet. Quick check of McGregor live for a possible Falcon 9 test. You want me to load up all three? You want me to load up all three right now? Web developers! Web developers! It's Windows! Boop. I have all three. Yeah, so do I. Boop, 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 boop. How insane is it that stacking will take longer to stack the ship than it will go to fly around the world? Well, Geek, I'm thinking in the future. If it takes like 30 minutes to stack it right now, I'm thinking in the future, SpaceX probably wants to get that down to like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And if that's the case, it's not. Right? Because once again, you want this to work like an airplane, right? Like, developers, Brohandy with the 94 resub, developers. This is a Falcon 9, and I'm going to tell you about its quirks and features, and then I'm going to fly it, and then I'm going to give it a Doug score. And don't forget to check out Ships and Barges, where you can go and see your favorite rockets being traded and bought and sold in real time. Sorry. I won't do that again. Narrator. He will do that again. Are you streaming the Vandy launch tonight? Jawohl. That felt personal? Sorry. Yeah, me neither, program. Does Newgren use hydraulics to raise? Hydraulics. Big hydraulics, Bastardo. Those cylinders are huge. You can see them up close in Tim Dodd's interview with Jeff Bezos. Yeah. He does an interview with Jeff Bezos, and they actually have a close-up shot of the hydraulics. Big hydraulic energy. Did we get Titan's Doug score already? Titan is a dog, not a car. She's got huge cylinders. She's got huge tracts of land. Now, people are messy. Getting that many to the pad and loading them on a jetway while your pad is supposed to have a 60-minute cadence would be a quagmire of delays. I think loading Starship at their leisure and then transporting it out to the pad for immediate stacking would be their best bet. I'm kind of with you on that one, dude. Yeah, no, I think I think those transport stands are much more than just a development tool for Starship and for Super Heavy. Those transport stands are no joke. Like, those are there for... Those are part of Stage 0, if you really want my honest opinion. Think of them like the airport tug and tow bar to a 747. Imagine a Starship Transport Railway. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm imagining it. Now what? It was for the Dragon launch. What's that, Sebaski? Oh, yeah, they tested the new crew escape system. It would be sick, dude. It would be sick, man. We need more beer nights. Can't do that every night, dude. I used to. Patchy, you know, dude, basically from like 2017 pretty much up to like 2023, about 2023, every Saturday night would be like this, dude. Every Saturday night we'd play GTA and beer would be involved. Lots of beer. But see, getting like sloshed every Saturday is funny when you're like 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. That's funny. When you're 36 and getting sloshed every Saturday, it's just sad. It's just sad, man. It's just sad, dude. Old man can't do it anymore. You call me old? What? You call me old? Yeah, I mean, Oglex, how cool would it be to see starships being moved, like, to and from the pad on rails or whatever? It would be sick. Get to my age and it really takes it out of you. The hangovers are the worst. Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. Starship being tilted vertical would be mega cool. Be ridiculous. Newglands is holding at this point here, though. Interesting. Confirmation of Falcon 9 prop load, according to Adam. Okay. $50 in February, man. Yeah, Karma's. Remember, it ain't the age, it's the mileage. Okay. Because a 69 Mustang that's 50, you know, 56 years old, right? If it has 10,000 miles on it and it was taken care of, drives great. It ain't the age, it's the mileage, okay? Now we just got to figure out how to do that whole restoration thing. You can do that with cars. People, it's kind of difficult. When we see fires from Falcon 9 tonight, the L-153 National Reconnaissance Office payload is scheduled to go off at 10:27 in about 2 hours. Doesn't seem like we got much more action here, dudes. You want to end space news for now? I'll keep these streams up, you know, just to see. A little windy down on the Cape, huh? Anyway, is Newglands done? I don't know, man. They do hold in that position just to make sure everything is aligned. Falcon 9 used to do that. They used to stop at like 80 degrees. And then you do the last 10 very, very slowly. Part of the reason why you do that is because if you do it too fast, the rocket tends to swing away from your transporter erector. So you don't really want that. That's why Falcon 9 has those catcher arms on it. And so does Newglands. Imagine the hinge strain. Yeah, I mean, the whole system was designed to minimize wear on the parts, but we'll see. Your mailbox is full of AARP stuff. All right, that's too real. I'm going to go back to playing Workers. I'm going to switch this over to Workers. I hope you guys enjoyed this Space News. Keep in mind, you know, if you're watching this live, in about 2 hours, we have a Falcon 9 launch. 10, that's the L-153 payload that is targeting, oh crap, it moved back a half hour. It's 10:53, your burp, 10:53 p.m. Eastern Time. Cool. So we're going to pop back over into Workers here. I'm working on my big factory. And yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll keep an eye on the rockets, all the rockets and that are doing things right now. And I'll fill you in as we play. So I will be back momentarily. If you're on YouTube, you guys know the drill. We're going to flip the VOD. Twitch, just, yeah, give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back.